Hi guys, Henry here. Going to go over a bit of residency, citizenship, and also a bit of kind of offshore planning for ultra high net worth looking to lower the tax or their quality of life. Just give you a brief introduction. Probably a lot of you know if you're from places like the US, you get global taxations. If you're not, places like the UK, Australia, like myself, you may be just looking to lower a tax and get a better quality of life. You have a lot of options to choose from. So today, just going to cover a few of these options. Not going to go too much into detail into them. They are more aimed at kind of the high net worth, but we'll also go into some cheaper options into the end where you can get kind of citizenship through neutralization, some of Latin America, a bit more of the obscure, off the beaten tracks residency programs that can lead to citizenship that are quite viable, also maybe worth considering as kind of a portfolio of residency options for high net worth investors. So just go straight into it. So Switzerland, don't need to go too much detail about why Switzerland is a good place, the banking, the infrastructure, lifestyle, etc. We could go on. It's kind of utopia. I always refer to Switzerland as kind of the utopia of Europe, Singapore, the utopia of Asia. Um, to get residency there, it's quite simple. 250,000 of uh, taxes, Swiss franc in taxes per year. So again, if you're earning say 10 million US dollars, the Swiss franc, just clarification, is around about 1 for 1 or thereabouts. So if you're earning $10 million, it's going to be a 2.5% a year tax regime in Switzerland that can be quite favourable with all the benefits that goes with it. Obviously, it's kind of famously a neutral country. It's got stability, quite low taxes, and good infrastructure there as well. New Zealand, we talked about this before. Again, if you can structure it right, it can be quite a tax haven. Same as places like the UK, if you can be a tax haven if you structure it right. For there, 10 million New Zealand dollars for the top program. If you want to do it on a points-based system, you need around 3 million New Zealand dollars to invest from that. UAE, now this is quite a popular one. A lot of people are moving there from the UK, US, etc. Moving to the UAE, gone over it before. It's a forward-looking country. It's particularly Dubai. It's got aims to be the world's best city. You look at where it's come from. Residency there is just need to invest into property about 550,000 US dollars or 2 million AED, or the equivalent in taxes. Again, UAE is great lifestyle, very effective if you're looking for top quality airlines, top quality hotels, etc. UAE or particularly Dubai has got that option, so that's why it's been a very popular option, particularly over the last year, 2 years, where a lot of places have remained shut. So places like Singapore, Hong Kong, particularly low tax locations have remained shut. The UAE has been open in that sense. So going on to one of its competitors and what we've seen in kind of the Millionaire Migration Report that was released in 2022, that Dubai had the most. Then it was kind of Singapore was competing in the Asia Pacific region. For Singapore, it needs 2.5 million Sing, around 2 million US investment into an improved fund business or a family office for the ultra high net worth, 2.5 million with at least 50 million in assets in Singapore and 150 million offshore. So that can be an option for the ultra high net worth. Singapore's seen an influxation of high net worth and it's quite a popular destination. One of the founders of Facebook has gone to renounced the American citizenship and got residency in Singapore. So Thailand, bit off another very popular one. It's got a very easy residency program. The Thailand's elite. You can get it from 600,000 Thai baht. So where we're looking now, probably sub $20,000 with quite strong dollar. That's 5 years. You can go up to 10, 20 years. I've got this program. It's a good, easy option. It's very easy to fill out. You can also get family extension, medical assistance with it, and you can add on for a few years as well. So it's a good option if you're looking just for an easy, non-complicated residency program is Thailand. It's also introduced a few other ones just very recently for the wealthy pensioners, the investor that allow for work permits, the wealthy um, individual programs where if you're earning $80,000 and have $1 million in assets, you can get work permits in Thailand. So again, it's a country that's looking to kind of attract high net worth individuals, and I'd look for a lot of people to make use out of that. Because it's not a Singapore, it's not got development. It's not a small island where it's restrained by the amount of people. It wants to attract you, and it's got relatively low amounts compared to other places like your Singapore's, your Switzerland's, for example. So for me, I do think this is a great program right now. On the other side of, well, in Europe is Portugal. It's been a very popular residency program for the last 1-2 years. Golden visa program. A number of European countries that have rolled out the golden visa program. It can lead to citizenship after a certain time, and if you pass certain tests. For a very simple way to get Portuguese residency is just to invest in certain properties. Now these normally bit of advice on this is that they normally come with commission on the property, so you may be paying an inflated price for them, and they're going more in the developed areas, so outside Lisbon into the Algarve, areas of more deprived areas that need some infrastructure. But again, €500,000 or €350,000 in a real estate development refurbishment, good option. And Portugal, very popular. There's ways to have low tax. Also, the crypto tax was quite favourable on that as well, and to lead to a European passport through neutralisation in 5 years' time if you meet certain requirements. Again, you can see why it's one of the more popular options, particularly in the golden visa scheme as well. So how we can help protect wealth, you do have a number of options. You can go in offshore trust. We can help set that up to protect certain trusts for certain individuals. Offshore investment platforms, these are normally based in offshore jurisdictions such as the Isle of Man, Jersey, Guernsey, the Cayman Islands, etc., where there's no kind of capital gains. And you can also set it up with your residents of a place with no income tax to have income tax as well. Family offices as well, just for those looking for a kind of one-stop shop, all in one. We can help with that as well for the ultra high net worths. So I want to go on to citizenships now. We've talked a bit about residencies and what are those if you're just not looking to renounce your citizenship and keep it and just move to a different country. Again, it's probably more popular with Europeans, Australians, Canadians, etc., because they don't yet have that global taxation. Although they may have other things such as wealth tax, for example, like Norway, or imposed on them, or inheritance tax, like places like the UK. You may want to give up your citizenship. It's still not as prominent as the US's citizenship taxation schemes. So for those that do want to give up the citizenship, gone over some of the kind of top picks. You have a bunch of the Caribbean ones. Some of the top ones: St. Lucia, 100,000, St. Nevis, St. Kitts, 150,000 donation, certain other speculations as well. So you can see there, probably the best European one. You do have a number of European ones: Montenegro, North Macedonia, few of the European ones that are trying to get passport, but I think for just pure quality of what you can get, the Maltese one, contribution of €600,000, residency for 36 months, or 750 for 12 months. Good program. Also, quite a lot of people that kind of forget this fact. It's quite a good place to live. It's got a Caribbean, kind of South Italian Riviera vibe to it as well. So best alternative, Turkey. Quite bullish on Turkey and the way it's going. Obviously, we've seen a lot of reduction in the lira as of late. So this is quite a popular scheme by a lot of Chinese and other nationalities. And you can see why it's quite favorable. So acquire at least 400,000 of US dollars, what's equivalent in Turkey's or Turkiye as it wants to be called, real estate. Invest a minimum of 500,000 US dollars in fixed capital protection. Deposit 500,000 in Turkish lira into a Turkish bank account. Again, if you're looking from an investment standpoint and you're a bit more speculative, you think, well, the lira has gone quite low. The economies are looking not strong, but you'd look favorable towards it. The way it's going, some of how it's opening up, the way it's looking forward. Istanbul is probably a bit of a place off the beaten track that gets left out a lot. But yeah, it's got a central location. It's got a good sized population, and its policies are looking forward. You may want to make use of that strong dollar and invest it into Turkish lira right now. Again, it's not the safest of options, but it may prove for the speculative investor that want to get into citizenship not a bad option. Again, the government bonds one as well. Actually, Turkish bonds, again, they come with some risk, like any emerging bonds, but they're yielding quite high. It's one of the reasons why it's not a bad option right now, and a lot of people are using the Turkey and actually discovering why Turkey is quite a good base. You've got that central location, a lot like the UAE. You've got a good airline. You've got reasonably good infrastructure in places like Istanbul. A good cost of living, high quality, and I think it gets overlooked by a lot of people. So Turkey definitely an option if you're looking for citizenship. Easy, fast, and somewhat more affordable than the other options. So just want to go over some of the cheaper options and some of the ones by neutralization that you can acquire. Paraguay is famous for one of the easiest programs via residency, $5,000 into a bank account. This can then lead into citizenship. You also have programs in Armenia. Again, probably not the best if you're from Azerbaijan, but it's got links with China and Russia. Maybe sort of some use for certain business personnel. You've seen an open in the government policies, etc. That can be done. A lot of Latin American countries, you can get residency, Belize, and then get citizenship through that as well for cheaper options. Uruguay, Argentina, you can also get residency and then convert that for a certain amount of stay, normally 5 years in the country with meeting certain specific requirements into citizenship. So again, there may be some of the more longer term strategies if you're looking to go to a certain location, particularly where it's offered most is Latin America for that. If you have got any questions, feel free to email me at info@investment.expats.com. Hope you found this useful, and thanks.